Hey Stian here, and welcome to another episode of the Next Level Spartan Show. Today I'm covering another obstacle that was sent into to me from one of the subscribers, and in fact this is actually probably the one that I've been receiving the most out of all the obstacles I've received so far, and that is how to handle stress. Now, stress causes a chain reaction. Once you get stressed, you start emotional eating, and that puts you obviously on the wrong path when it comes to nutrition. It causes you to take out your undue stress on other people, meaning that you snap at them, you do things or you say things that you don't really want to say or do, and it puts you in a bit of a bad situation. Now, my question to you would be, what is causing the stress in the first place? Now, this is going to be a difficult one for you probably to accept, but how much accountability can you take into that situation yourself? Let me use this as an example. This year, financially, with the gym, with my business, hasn't been going as well as it should have, okay, or what I planned on, it going. But these are just things that happen. Yes, there's outside factors that plays a role. Obviously, the economical state of the country, all these things. But you know what? I could use that as an excuse and say, listen, yeah, that's the reason why things are going bad, and that's why I'm stressed all the time, and that's why I'm not doing the things I was supposed to do. But I could look at it another way and take accountability and say, listen, yeah, did I plan for if things like this is going to happen? Did I plan that, listen, if we suddenly lose 50 clients, for instance, what would I do? How would I, push back? How would I change things up? And that's actually why I started doing the whole Spartan thing. I was looking for different ways. I was being proactive about the situation because I could also sit back. And I was also stressed. I also struggled. I had a lot of anxiety so far this year. At one stage, I also had to take anxiety pills because it was just so hectic. And then I started sitting down and, I started planning because everything actually rolls into one. If you watch the obstacle about time management, you watch that video, you would also see me that I explained in there that, we create undue stress on ourselves when we do not plan properly. So when you take accountability and you're able to plan your days better, then stress suddenly becomes less. Yes, sometimes we have a boss that's an idiot that takes out everything on us, but you need to find a way to release that stress or not to take everything personally, what your boss is saying to you. I know it's not easy. It is a process. It takes time. But if you could learn to push his projections that he's actually placing on you, his way of freaking out because he's also stressed, he's taking it out on you, guess what? You're doing exactly the same to your people. So you need to find a way to stop that. You need to write down in your journal, say, listen, yeah, this is what's happening. This is how I am reacting when I'm getting emotional. This is what I'm doing. I'm going to foods. I'm becoming an emotional eater. I am, jumping back into my old habits, my bad habits. I'm going back into my comfort zone because it's difficult to push out of your comfort zone, especially when you're stressed, especially when things are tough. So it's very, very important for you to understand that it's a lot of small little things that's going to help you overcome stress. Things like you have to be a better time manager. Okay, you have to take accountability for your role in the stress. Could you have done things differently to actually limit the amount of stress that you're facing? Are you going back to your bad habits? Are you aware that you're actually going back to your bad habits? Are you writing in your journal to try and find out why you're actually stressed? Most of the time, we think we are stressed because of one reason, but in fact, it's actually something else. Like, for instance, we have a story in our life mine, for instance, that you're not good enough. So now you're putting the stress on yourself where you think it's your boss or you think it's the economy or you think it's this, but you're actually putting the stress on yourself because you think you're not good enough. But if you're writing in your journal all the time, you'll suddenly have this epiphany and understand that, listen, the story in life is actually that you think you're not good enough, and that's putting undue stress on you, which you are becoming an emotional eater, and you take it out on the people around you. So it all starts with small little things, like I said, better time management, better accountability, writing in your journal so that you can actually see what your stories are and you can identify those stories so that things become a lot easier. It's not going to be easy. Overcoming stress is always going to be there. We have good stress, we have bad stress. So there's always going to be stress. Okay, but the thing is if you're truly serious about getting next level results, you need to start understanding how to overcome stress easily. And the only way you can do that is by taking small little steps in these different areas I was just talking to you about. So I hope that helped quite a bit. As always, you could just comment below this video. Let me know if you have any other follow-up questions to this specific obstacle, and I'll do my best to answer it. I would love if you could share the website with your friends, nextlevelspartan.com, and always just comment below the videos. Tell me what you want me to share next. It's always great to, hear what you guys have to say, what your obstacles are, so that I can actually give you my feedback, my opinion on my own experiences directly to things that you actually want to know, and not things that I think you want to know. So I hope you have an awesome day. Thanks for watching another episode of the Next Level Spartan Show. Hope you have an awesome day. Cheers. Bye.